Hey yo, what's up? Bro, what the heck is that ancient technology, hello? Use a wireless. And get rid of stupid mouse. Bro, what the heck are you doing? The M1... This keyboard doesn't even come wireless. Well, who says that? Take the wireless. Wow, what is this? Wow, this is amazing. Oh my goodness. Where's the turn on button? I don't know.
Hey keyboard enthusiast, welcome back to my video. This time, I have something for you Echo fans. MonsGeek M1 has finally received wireless treatment. Woohoo! I mean, this is long-awaited M1W from MonsGeek. You know what else is long-awaited? You guys pressing that subscribe button to my channel. Thanks. This keyboard was sent by Echo, and they told me to express my true feelings towards the keyboard. They did not review this video and my opinion about this board. And look at what they sent me, this gorgeous purple lilac keyboard with the gradient purple keycaps. There's also a silver or black option as well. Each of them come at a price of $139.99 US. You could also just get the barebone version of this keyboard at $109.99 US. This price is what's really amazing about this keyboard. I mean, it's undercutting a lot of competitors out there, such as JMNK Pro, which is $169.99 as a barebone, Keycrow Q1 at around the same price as a barebone, and only a handful of full aluminum keyboards are lesser in price. But wait, but none of them are wireless. Well, this price is even crazier than I imagined. Okay, so here's what you get for spending $139.99 with Echo. It's a full aluminum body, 2.4 gig Bluetooth connection, 6000 mAh battery, hot swap PCB, and Echo Piano V3 switches and keycaps. Oh my gosh, that was a mouthful. And guess what? I'm not done. It's a gasket mount. I mean, all the keyboards nowadays are gasket mount, but really, I mean, it's a gasket. Gasket is good. But of course, you might already know that by this point because MonsGeek series, I mean, who doesn't know about the MonsGeek series? Every time I post a video about a budget keyboard video, there's always at least one comment that's bringing up this MonsGeek series. Why would I buy this MonsGeek when you can buy this MonsGeek? Okay, I get it, peeps. I know it's good for the price because I already own MonsGeek M1. Opening up the box, you get the first welcome with tape mod. I knew that. It really seems like there's a lot of companies now offering the tape mod as an option in the box. Tape mods basically filters a high frequency noise and bounces back to a deeper tone to increase the typing volume. People usually refer to this sound as a thok. We also have a manual, coiled cables, which I mean I don't really care for, keycaps and switch remover, force breaking film, and extra stabs. What? This is kind of unheard of. No, that's really great. I just never seen a company including another extra stabs for a pre-built keyboard. And also, I didn't mention that this keyboard comes with the software as well. Just download the MonsGeek driver and that's provided from Echo. You can set your own macros, the key binding, and RGB patterns. I don't think it's as in-depth as a VIA, but I mean, this will do for the most of the things that you'd expect from the keyboard software. Looking at the keyboard fit and finish, I mean, it's as good as the other M series. If you already know the M series, it's okay. It's a good quality CNC keyboard that you just won't have a problem with. According to Echo, the only thing that changed on the exterior is the volume knob, not the design-wise. There has been a slight adjustment to the knob and it won't wobble as much or rub against the board. To be quite honest, I wouldn't mind the textured knob. It's a little too slippery to use sometimes here and there. But of course that's increased in the cost, which we might not get the keyboard at the price of that they're advertising, so it's up to you. Now, by this point, you would be wondering, where is the Bluetooth switch, Squint? Why aren't you turning on the keyboard, Squint? Well, Echo decided to keep the case exactly like previous version, which adding a cutout for a Bluetooth or 2.4 gig wireless switch will basically cost them more. To keep the price down as low as possible, they made some compromises. The wireless switch and the window Mac selector is underneath the cap key, which unfortunately is a big compromise, which is really inconvenient to properly utilize the wireless function. Just imagine that you were out there somewhere and you didn't have the keycap puller, and you just have to somehow take the cap key off and turn on the switch. But that being said, when it's on, it's got 6000 mAh battery, and it can last up to 8 days with RGB and more than 100 days without RGB according to the Echo. I'll be honest, I think this is one of the longest running Bluetooth keyboard out there. In the previous version, Echo graciously included V3 Piano Pro switches. I loved CS Piano previously, and they've come up with some sort of upgrade for this time. They made the stems into a dust-proof box shaped, and they even added more loops for the better out-of-the-box experience. Here are the sound differences between the regular CS Piano versus V3 Piano Pro. Whether it's a good thing or not, there's really not much of a sound difference here. The sound profile of the box switches tends to make a little more flat sound compared to the regular MX style stems. This switch is 100% worth the price in my opinion, especially you do not have to go through the whole looping process to your switches. Now, is this keyboard good to use out of the box? Let's hear the stock. Whether that was good or not, I might just leave it up to you guys. Although I think it does sound better than the previous M1. The previous version of M1 didn't really sound that good out of the box. I'm sure Echo did something here to improve the sound profile though. I'm also pretty impressed with the stabs on this keyboard. Despite the spacebar being a little lopsided at the moment, which I will fix that when I start modding it, it's not suffering from horrendous unlooped stab. Also, Echo did add another set of stabs. I'll have to try those out as well. I'm gonna also do a M1 keyboard sound test, which is modded. You can tell that this M1 has tape mode by the sound of the typing. The volume of each keystroke has deeper sound compared to the M1W, which doesn't have the tape mode just yet. And that being said, they do offer a tape mod, so let's just get right into the underneath of the keyboard. Opening up the keyboard is pretty simple and easy. You can just use the hex key that they included in the box to open up the keyboard. In my case, I'll just be using my mini power tool here. Underneath the PCB, you'll see an upgraded 3mm thick pour-on pad. This is a really nice upgrade from just a thin foam pad in the previous version. Under the pour-on pad, we have the VHB film. This film is included in order to prevent any kind of a short circuit that could potentially happen. You also see the same material wrapping around the whole battery as well. It's giving an attention to small details like this, something very nice to see. When you take a look at the bottom case, on each side there's a gold accent metal bar, which in the previous version there was those as well. Now I really do love those accents here. It really gives a really nice flair to the whole keyboard. Now in the previous version of M1 as well, there were gold accent bars like this, which in the previous version it just wasn't that tight, so I'll be applying a tape to forcibly break apart and create a tighter hold for the metal bars. Now this applying VHB film was actually quite painful. I probably should have just not peeled off the whole entire film, but I'm impatient, what can I say? What the heck? And as you can see, I'm struggling here quite a bit. I mean, this film has really strong adhesives, and I also didn't really want to create any air pocket underneath the keyboard, so yeah, I'm struggling. Well, next up, tape mod. Yay, this is gonna be great. What is this? You're gonna hear the tape. Oh my god. What is this? This is kinda useless. Wait. The tape isn't really sticking. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna throw my own mod to this PCB instead of using the tape mod that the Echo provided. I have to spread the PCB and the plate apart, which I'm about to do isn't for faint of heart. Viewer discretion is advised for the next scene. Oh my god, I'm gonna break this keyboard. Oh my god, there's a screw. There's a screw. Like a breeze.
Yeah, other pins are good. Oh my god. Yeah.
You guys are still here, right? Yay, good. The PCB. I'm gonna use another included modding material instead of the tape mod, which Echo probably didn't really intend people to use this P-foam pouch in the keyboard, but anyways, I personally love this mod, and it acts as your regular P-foam mod and tape mod, but it's like 2-in-1 ordeal. If you end up doing this mod on yourself, the only recommendation I have is not to use the way too thick of a foam. It will ruin the bottom out experience of the keyboard. Also, make the cutout for the stabs. Talking about the stabs, I'll try the double shot stabs that Echo provided. This extra set of stabs did come as pre-lubed, but I'll be adding a little more lube here and there for the wires and stems for the better measure. MonsGeek also added force brake film for those who prefer non-metal contact cases. So this is the only thing I'm going to be doing to this keyboard, and it really doesn't need much. Just a simple mod like this just makes the keyboard really sound amazing. Let's just listen to the stock again, and I'll do the modded after. Honestly, this is such an improvement just after a simple mod in this keyboard. This is a reason why this keyboard is so beloved by a lot of people out there. With upgraded materials inside of the board, you're welcome to use this keyboard just as a stock. Although as far as the bottom out feeling goes, the double shot stabs may feel heavier than the regular purple stabs. Now, major differences here is the stabs for the spacebar. It did become slightly louder, but also carries more of that deeper pop sound. I think I do prefer the double shot stabs more than the purples just for the weight differences. It's just really interesting. Well, there you have it. This video was made possible by you guys, the viewers of this channel. Without your enthusiastic comments and the passion to revisit my channel, I wouldn't have been making this type of a video. Also, I want to thank Echo for sending me this keyboard to make this video possible as well. If you guys have enjoyed this video and it was helpful, please consider subscribing and hit that like button. I'll see you guys next time.